Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Chicago Bears. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. On second and inches, Trubisky hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 68 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now Leonard Fournette. And some spin. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll go play action here with Minshew. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Fournette, he'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, 33 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23. Make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Trubisky will throw. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 again.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter. Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Let's go. 60 or. Come on. 36, 36.
On second down, here's Fournette. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And now a look at the offense for Jacksonville.
And we expected to have already talked about this unit. We didn't get a chance to hit on them on the opening drive because they scored so quickly. But that's the kind of unit this is. A quick strike offense. I expect to see them taking their shots all game long. And if that's the case, we'll find ways to talk about this group.
Now Minshew. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together. They had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Josh Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He's got a man complete.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Trubisky. He'll find his tight end. That's Ben Braunecker. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now Trubisky. That's complete to the tight end, Braunecker. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 3 yards out as the Bears push further out in front.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Throwing on first down is Minshew. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. An extra defender in the secondary now for third down. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. Past the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jeff Swain, 47 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Trubisky to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 53 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. A 7-yard touchdown grab as the Bears push further out in front. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here's Minshew. Caught here by Conley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Minshew sets to throw. The open man is Westbrook. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
70, Indy. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Defense.
Throwing again on second down. Minshew, open is Swaim, the tight end. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This quarterback now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A gain of 6 there on first.
What a catch and one-handed. And I'm starting to lose my awe about the play. And maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it?
Do have a little grip to them,
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. It'll be Minshew again. He's got Swaim here as tight end outright. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun is Minshew. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one. And it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
60 or. Watch the slant. Fire.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Down. Can't you, sir? 59. Better bring it. You better.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. On the return is Cohen. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the ground, it's Montgomery. Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing here, Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Trubisky's throw into the hands of Burton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now it's Trubisky connecting with Burton here over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now Trubisky on first down. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ben Braunecker, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game as the Bears push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. On 2nd down, Minshew, and his throw's going to be incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers, another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw again. Minshew. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Ready?
Throwing on first down is Minshew. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On the run, it's Fournette. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Minshew. That's out to his running back, Fournette. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who, without weakening our overall defense. You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Minshew. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Trubisky will throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 59 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
Well, the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Caught here by Conley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run with Fournette. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Set 60 Pittsburgh.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Ready. 70, Indy. Get off the field. Ready.
Minshew sets to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying,